everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Happy Talks on trauma response. It's a happy talk, yay! So I'm sitting here on my rooftop. It's gorgeous up here, and it's nice to be outside and get some fresh air. So the theme of today is trauma response and trauma release. Now, when we are children or when we go through traumatic experiences in our lives, which we all do, we all have something that has messed with us in our lives. It can be, like growing up and seeing how our parents treat each other, how one of our parents treated us, or how both of them treat you. It can be either one. And then it can also be how you experience relationships with other people, with friends, with siblings, with love relationships. Anywhere we get tarnished, we get hurt, and a lot of times we don't see that it's a response to our own behaviors, but we also see there's also a deeper karmic release happening in your life too. So some things that keep coming back into your life is both on a karma level and on your programming level in your mind. So when we are pre-programmed in certain ways, we will attract very similar situations over and over and over. We will also respond the same way over and over and over. So when we react and respond by pushing away really hard, it's often a trauma response. And it's often because we have our previous experiences has been, if somebody does this to us, then we react back and express our feelings, then the situation will escalate. Or something else will go bad, something we will lose out somehow. And that's usually what we are afraid of. And usually that is a trauma response. In a healthy, whole relationship, you are able and allowed to express your feelings, able and allowed to sit in your stillness, to stay centered, and come from that place when you express yourself. Now that's not always easy, and it will trigger responses in the other person. So a lot of times we want to find a person who's on a spiritual path when we express these things, so that they are able to hear you from not from a judgmental, angry, reactive point of view, but from a point of view of, okay, so what is this other person trying to express? What is trying to be heard here? What is the universe bringing into our consciousness? And if we can stay in that frame, if we can stay in that place, we can learn how to be in unison with each other. So whether you're single or in a relationship, when we can learn these tools of both sitting through our own inner reaction, so the first step is that your inner trauma creates a reaction inside of you that when this feeling that you had, like let's say it's your heart, and you got hurt in your heart over something that happened previous, and then we're trying to protect that part of our hearts so we won't feel the pain again. So when we see something that is a similar movement in the other person, we react, we respond to protect that pain in our hearts. So in order to heal that pain, we have to sit with it. First we have to feel it. First we have to acknowledge that it's there. So then that way we're going to have to bring up a memory or a feeling or a sense of anger, jealousy, sadness, abandonment, whatever the feeling is in you, whatever triggers your contraction to get going, because there's always some sort of contraction that happens. When you get triggered, you look into where is that trigger situated? Where does it sit? And as you find that trigger, just like you did right now, you sit with it. You breathe into it. So instead of reacting and like, I don't want to feel that, you sit with the feeling and you breathe into it. So you go, and it may shake you up. It may make you feel like you want to run. It may make you feel like you just want to cry, or that you just don't want to feel it. But allow that feeling to be, because if you don't, you're always going to be trapped by your past, by past relationships, by past people, by past experiences, and you will always react and respond the same way, and you will always get the same results. But by sitting with it, coming from a safe space in your heart, when you watch the contraction happen, instead of reacting, you move towards it. You put your attention where it is, you breathe into it, creating space. And when you create that space, you're also creating healing. You're allowing the life flow energy of life itself, your heart energy, to move into that area and release the triggers, release the pain. Sit with it. I ended up having help from my shaman friend Ombute to do this, and now I can do it in meditation too. If you feel like you want help to sit with it, let me know. Please let me know. I'm happy to assist in any one of these healing exercises, these energetic healings that we do. All right, my dear friends, my beloved, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Breathe into that pain, release it. Allow life to flow. Peace, namaste, and aho.